I will expect the State Independent Electoral Commission to get its preparation right, to carry the parties along, carry all the candidates along, so that at the end of the day, we have credible elections across the state. To be fair to all the candidates, if you are giving information to parties, it should cover all the parties. If you are giving information to candidates, it should cover all the candidates that have documented their interest with the Electoral Commission. By so doing, there will not be rancor, there will not be misunderstanding. Everybody will know the rule of the game beforehand. But in a case where some people are being given the correct information while other people are not being given the adequate information, that will create a situation of mistrust, lack of loss of confidence in the Electoral Commission. So what the State Electoral Commission need now is the confidence, to build confidence among the party and their candidates. Well, let me say that the history is not certain about the fact that once you are an unequivocal person, you carry go. As Nigeria will say, there are other variables that come into being. Well, I expect that with the Supreme Court judgment granting autonomy to local government, at least financial autonomy, we expect the environment to be slightly different, even that local government has still changed. If you are talking about financial autonomy for local government, how about the process that will throw up the chairman or the chairman and councillor? Somebody somewhere still has the ace in terms of who goes there, who does not go there. The financial autonomy doesn't mean that all the chains have been removed. It's just an indication that this is the right way to go, and we have started the march. How soon we get there, I don't know. But certainly it's an indication that we are getting somewhere. In 2017, we had local government election in Kwara State. A party was in power then. What happened? Earlier on, when you had local government election, the result came out. What happened? My view is that the candidates should struggle and try to market themselves. But like I've told you, there are still chains around. So the opposition party can try, but I don't know whether I should say it. The incumbent government does have an advantage. Would that advantage play out during the election or not? I do not know. But for now, the incumbent government of Kwara State does have an advantage. You see, a lot depends on the history. We have never had a high level of turnout in local government election in Kwara State, at least in recent time. Now, my fear is that the figure may further drop because of the economic hardship around. People are concerned about their existential living condition. So going out to vote may be an unnecessary luxury, but I'll be happy if they can come out. INEC will be better in taking over the thing, but will INEC certify everybody? I still satisfy everybody with the current assignment that is carrying or that is doing? No. So INEC may not certify, but may be better than all these state electoral commission that are only seen that are not being allowed to breathe. Not only in Kwara, everywhere. That is the situation in no two. INEC can do it, but there's another counter proposal. And a new structure should be established and charge the responsibility of conducting local government election. I learned that a bill has even gone to National Assembly, so we don't know whether they will finally settle for INEC or settle for totally new. But the truth of the matter is our democracy is not mature. That is bitter truth. It's good to condemn those who are there. What about those attitude of those who are there before? Is there anything different? Eh? It's nothing different. So it's just the same. That's why people start talking as if Kwara would just came on board or was established in 2019. I say, Kwara had always been in existence. Before that time, we had observed certain pattern of behavior. So if what we are doing have not changed, it means that it's continuation of the old habit, which we should all join hand to do away with. Depending on the environment under which it takes place or they take place. So I cannot say anything now about elections that have not been held. So let's see what happen across the state before we can begin to talk about agenda setting. There's nothing wrong fundamentally with parliamentary system and with the presidential system. By the way, what the population of Nigeria, how many people were born were exposed to parliamentary out of those of us who are living? So generality of Nigeria are more exposed to presidential. So why do you need to reverse yourself when the Britain that invented is also, or that invented it in Nigeria is having problem? Why do you go to, even at all presidential America is also having its own trouble? But I think in view of the fact that more Nigerians are, and most Nigerians are more exposed to presidential, it will be necessary to continue with it. That a governor has appointed 1,000 advisor. It's not presidential. There's nothing presidential about that. It's his personal wish that people go and do constituency project and take the money here and there. It's nothing inherent. That is not a factor that make anybody to put down presidential system, but rather the people operating the system. It's an elegant system that tend to integrate and bring one person that will represent all the interest. But have you succeeded in having that person that everybody will trust in Nigeria? The fact we have not had it doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. That you have somebody from Nigeria that everybody will look up to as the president, who will not be discriminating against the people. The fact that we have not had it doesn't mean that presidential system is bad. The fact that we have to by camera legislature and certain things are happening, certain things are not happening, is not enough to say let's discard with National Assembly. So democracy is a training process. It's a journey, not a destination, and it is underpinned by conversation or conversational attitude. But the operator of democracy in Nigeria don't want to talk to anybody. So how do we operate democracy successfully? Yes, we come out to vote, but even after voting, it is expected in a democracy that the winner will learn how to talk to the people. You can't lock yourself in a room and be deciding what is good for people in Kaba or what is good for people. No, you need to feed their pulse. What do they want? Structures will be created where you get the input of people, but Nigerian democracy is not being operated like that. Whoever takes over, it become an emperor. So that's where we are. So until we get to a point where that bond, that social contract between the people and the government is strong, we will continue to have this problem that we're having of people becoming whatever they want to become, politics, and think that they are on top of everybody. That is not democracy. Democracy means you should learn to take your right and respect the right of others. It's not by commandeering all the right and put in your pocket. No. So it is important to be careful about people who elect into office. We should make sure that they know what it entails, not trial and error. Because a regime that spent 4 years, that spent 8 years, they have spent 10 years, no progress at all. That society will take several years later to recover from that standstill situation. If you are there for 10 years doing nothing, the society will feel it now, and they will feel it for so many years to come. And that's why governance is very critical and important, that it should not be joked about. But we are in Nigeria where everything is being trivialized. How much level of engagement did these people have before they became minister, governor, chairman of local government? You need to ask, especially some of them who live in one place and just migrated to another place to go and be somebody. So how much of living there are they exposed to? That's number one. Number two is, yes, in all theory of revolution, there is emphasis on leadership. Why? Leadership will show understanding of the situation and mobilize the people. The generality of people are being weighed down by certain fault line. Even poverty can be another factor. President Tinubu should not overreact. He should resist pressure of highlanders who are pushing. The matter is not to the level people are painting it in terms of demonstration and protest. They are not as protesters are not as suffocated as they are pushing them or they are portraying them to be. So, and if that is the assumption, definitely the step the government will take will further compound the problem. So I want President Tinubu to know that it happens in a democracy where there will be disagreement and things like that. It doesn't mean that everybody in Nigeria hates him. It doesn't mean that everybody in Nigeria wants a regime change. No, it should not lump everybody together. There may be people political agenda, I'm not denying that, but they don't have the strength of effecting a change in regime if government does not make mistakes. As things are now, none of the so-called political opponents had the strength to prevent any change. I still give it to President Tinubu. So why is he overreacting? All what they are expecting to do, look at the demand, see those of them that you can easily do so as to secure relationship between the political element who have the agenda of regime change and the masses who are talking about what to put in their belly. Two, we should tell our security agency to talk less. By the time you go to the press exposing what you want to do, there's nothing to be gained from that. If there's a Russian connection, Israeli connection, this connection, you process it and take measure without necessarily bothering the community, society. You are creating fear. We want, what is in a democracy? Such a language is not ideal. We appeal. That's the language of democracy. But we won. We hereby won. We are ready to die with our last. Those are not things we expect on the democracy. You work better on the ground instead of hitting the airline, talking about what you have in planned, what you have in store for. That's not the way. Thirdly, I want to advise that you should call the governor and talk to them. Because unless I want to lie to you, much of the problem we have are being caused by action or inaction of the governor. The president has said it repeatedly that he has given a lot of money to governor. Nobody has disputed that he didn't get money, except the palliative that one of them said he didn't get, rice. If that is the case, what have they done with the money? Embarking on relevant projects is not what Nigeria needs now. They should actually complement the effort of the president, because president is in Abuja, we are in Ilorin, some people are in Oyo, some other people. So let them come down. You don't rise above the level of people you are ruling. That has always been the mistake of Kwara State since time immemorial, at least in recent time. People always take Kwara to be like Lagos. No, the economy is not as good as Lagos. Therefore, whatever they are doing there at whatever cost cannot be imposed on Kwara here, because how much is Kwara getting? And that's what is giving the impression as if there's plenty of money in Kwara because of projects have been done. Yeah, I'm not saying the progress will not be done. I'm just saying that let's come down a bit and relate with the community and see what we can do within the environment we find ourselves. What can the state do, just as Lagos has created a market somewhere, so that we come down and then see what will benefit our people. I commend the governor is doing his best, but I'm saying that he should please do more in order to ameliorate the suffering that people are experiencing in Kwara State. It's not the cause, oh, let me emphasize, it's not the cause. I'm just saying that he should do more to making sure that things get better in Kwara. I commend him for various projects that he do. He should do more, but relate more with the people.